Hey there, crypto enthusiasts! Staking is a term that gets around a lot in the crypto space. But did you know staking can mean different things depending on the context? Let's break it down together. When staking was first introduced in the crypto world, it was all about securing a network through a method called proof of stake. This concept was born with the launch of Peercoin back in 2012. In simple terms, this original form of staking involved users or validators locking up a certain amount of tokens. By doing so, they help secure the network on its respective blockchain. Why does this make the network more secure? The answer lies in numbers. The more people that stake their tokens, the harder and more expensive it becomes to any malicious actor to attack the network. Plus, those who stake have a vested interest in keeping the network secure because they earn rewards, which are known as the staking yield. And let's face it, no one wants to be paid in a worthless token. Now, how can you get started with staking? Let's use Ethereum as an example. You could stake by spinning up a validated node and staking 32 ETH on your own. Alternatively, you might use a centralized provider or opt for a decentralized platform like a Lido or Rocket Pool, which offers something called liquid staking. But regardless of the method, the underlying principle remains the same. Your locked-up crypto is contributing to the security of the network. Now let's talk about the second, more recent use of the term staking. In this context, staking has been repurposed to mean any kind of token lockup, where users lock up their tokens to gain certain benefits like boosted yields, governance participation, or multiplied voting power. This is more like a membership or loyalty program. While this type of staking can be useful in incentivizing certain behaviors, it has also led to some confusion and controversy. For example, the crypto personality Kobe discussed this in an article titled ApeCoin and the Death of Staking. The issue he highlights is that, in many cases, this new form of staking doesn't contribute to network security at all. Instead, it's more about projects paying users with more of the same token just for holding it, which can resemble Ponzi schemes. This approach doesn't invest in the development of the protocol or have any real productive outcome. It's just about keeping the token price up by discouraging selling. Staking is a powerful tool in the crypto world, but it's important to understand the different forms it can take and the risks involved. Whether you're securing a network or simply locking up tokens for rewards, always make sure you understand the underlying mechanics and purpose. So, what kind of staking interests you the most? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our latest crypto insights. See you in the next video.